Hello ladies and gentlemen, you join Sport Tank here for a Premiership South showcase between the Exeter Demons hosting the SGS Pride. SGS coming into this game at 2-0, Exeter 0-1 after losing to Portsmouth. SGS obviously have been on a roll, expected, I'd say so. However, some of these scorelines, I think we were expecting them to be a little bit higher. Are we going to be seeing something of the SGS of the past today, or are the Demons going to be coming out here? Last year obviously winning the Division 1 Championship in pretty decent fashion, but they've got arguably their biggest challenge to date in the SGS Pride. These two teams have met before many moons ago in the SGS Pride's first season in the BUCS League, shutting out the Demons 41 and then also 38-0. So Teb's here, but I'm not alone. I'm joined by...
Hello people, my name is Jordan Brady Williams. I'm currently a player for SGS Pride and I'm really excited what the guys can showcase today.
How do you injure yourself?
So a couple of weeks ago we were playing against the University of Portsmouth. Side note, as you can see, both teams walking out now, both captains walking out now. But anyways, back to Portsmouth. Played the game, luckily managed to score a touchdown, and for my celebration I decided to do a backflip and it didn't go too well for me.
Simple as.
Yeah.
So, getting ready here, and again, it's got nothing to do with the quality of the game we're going to see today. Great kit game, I think, today.
Oh, definitely.
For anyone who's interested in that sort of thing, great kit game.
Definitely. I don't know if the camera's doing the Exeter jerseys any justice, but those colours are popping right now.
I think it's sea moss green is what we're going for here.
And SGS in the crispy all whites.
So Exeter are going to be winning the toss, and they have elected to receive. So the home team coming away with their first victory of the day. Now, their O-line of last year was something to be marvelled at in the Demons. Is it the same thing this year? It's so strange because SGS, we can sort of extrapolate, or at least we thought at the start of the year that they were going to be sort of coasting their way to a divisional championship and some home playoff games. But Exeter only playing the one game against a pretty decent looking Portsmouth Destroyers side. But Exeter have the chance to shake up the Southern Premiership even more so this week after the Birmingham Lions defeat of the Cardiff Cobras yesterday. Pretty decent for the Lions, 27-6, as we're going to observe a minute's silence.
So Exeter are to receive now as the SGS kickoff team takes the field.
It's going to be an interesting one. I will say, for all of the games that I have covered in the British University season, I can say this is my first time covering the SGS Pride, so I'm excited to be here. But last time I was here for the Exeter Demons, They were playing against the Oxford Lancers in, and I still say this is my favourite game that I have ever commentated, filmed, anything like that. But it seems as though that the elements have sort of been flipped around here, is that Exeter, they've got nothing to lose and they're going up against the big dogs of their division.
I believe it's Regan Pritchard out to lead the SGS out for the kickoff. He's got a very good leg, very good leg.
He was kicking in practice, and I tell you what, it was very, very decent. We'll say, I know it's a bit skewed because me and Jordan are up here on a platform, not that much wind here. In fact, well, none. Well, a little bit, because you can see the trees move. But we're ready to kick off this Premiership South battle. Again, a lot to talk about in this division already, with the Lions beating the Cobras. So let's see, so number 4 and number 17, Ben Von Arx and Ben Lepins-Smines back to receive. Well, that's just going to sail outside and bring on the Exeter offense. Tom Norden, number 12, is going to be the QB for the men in the sea moss green. Just slightly shades darker than Jacksonville. So 2 receivers on the left. 44 in motion, and it's going straight to him.
And that's a tackle after a very short game.
Managed to gain, I'm going to say 2 on the play. Isaac Yago, number 44. Oh, more than 2. Oh, no, hold on. I'm going to say 3 there. Sorry, the person in charge of the stick was walking a bit further, and I thought, I didn't think he got that far.
The SGS Pride lined up, showing a 40 front.
Sending 7 in motion.
It's a screen catch caught by 82, but he's unfortunately brought down.
That ball a bit high, throwing him off on his rhythm. Had to jump up and get it, and that was enough for the SGS Pride to come crashing down. Going to be a loss of 3 on the play. The Demons now facing 3rd and 11.
Again, SGS Pride in that 40 front. 2 backs in the backfield for Exeter. And it's handed off again and tackled at the line.
And Yago just couldn't get anything going there. I will say, as someone who's played centre before, these snaps are not getting there with much speed. It seems though Norton's having to really catch them. They're sort of floating in front of him. And on comes the Exeter Demons punting unit. Number 22 for them.
I'm a strong believer in the power of the team. I believe if the O-line doesn't do their job, then the QB can't do his. If the QB can't do his job, the receivers and running backs can't do their job.
So Hamish Sharp back to kick. Sending a man in motion. Sharp has got it, and Sharp gets it away, but it's going to drop within Exeter territory. Takes a good Exeter bounce, and it's being taken back.
That was a great recovery by Paul.
Number 21.
Gave the SGS really good field position on their first drive with offense.
It's one of those things, as soon as that ball bounces, some players just tend to freeze. But Paul was able to get that ball in motion, or get that ball as it was dropping in front of him, and take it back into a decent start. I'm going to say that's 29-yard line for the SGS Pride.
Scott Oscarson lines up. Hands the ball off to Jeremy Kwanzambi Benny. And I want to say that's a gain of 6 or 7.
And Oscarson all the way over from Las Vegas.
Yeah, all the way from Vegas. We've got Jeremy Kwanzambi Benny in the backfield as well. He's coming off a professional contract with the Alagoas Comets in the GFO.
That's a strong squad as well. Gain of 6 on the play for the Pride.
The handoff again. A counter play to Jeremy. Jeremy breaks the 20. The 10. Stands out at the 10.
Looks like he's going to be getting to exactly the 10. But this is one of the things that the SGS Pride can really work on, is these different snap counts as it tends to be in uni ball. They tend to be quite simple, mainly going on 2 or something like that, but these clap-based snap counts could be something that is a bit unfamiliar to the Exeter Demons.
It allows us to surprise the defence.
Well, speaking of surprising the defence, that's going to surprise them. So the ball,
Jeremy falls on it.
So Jeremy just bounces off his fingertips, but he does manage to dive on it.
And it's like they shifted into a wildcat formation as well.
As we see, Oscarson is on the sideline, or at least that's where he went, and there's going to be a loss of 3 on the play for the Pride. It's going back to that same formation. Much better snap this time. Jeremy's got it, but I thought I tell you what, I thought that he was tackled when I saw a swarm of 4 of those Exeter Demons jerseys on the left-hand side, but managing to break through. Exeter calling that the ball was loose, but the referees are having absolutely none of it.
So now we're lined up at 3rd and short.
Would say that's probably about a gain of 10 on the play.
And SGS are literally knocking on the door of the Exeter touchdown zone. Can they get an early score to start the game?
Once again, going back to that formation. This time running left, finding a lane. And Exeter, they tried there, but that is going to be a touchdown, SGS.
Now we can see wide receiver and kicker Regan Pritchard out ready to take his kick.
So what impressed you about that drive? I think there was just lots and lots of motion. That's going to throw anyone off.
Oh yeah, it was good to get the ball moving instantly, especially with the ball position we got off that first drive. And that is good for Regan. And
that is going to be sailing into the trees here at Exeter's Rubber Crumb. The score 7-0 to the SGS Pride.
Well, going back to that drive, it's great to see the offensive line do their job and create those gaps for the running backs and whoever may be coming out that backfield. But it was good to see those guys do their jobs and help get SGS on the board. A big shout out to Jeremy for those big 2 runs, and a good shout out to Casper for putting it in the end zone.
I will say, at this level of football, if you have a decent O-line,
it works wonders for the team.
You're pretty much golden,
it works
I think.
Wonders for the team. If you can give the quarterback those couple seconds that you can get over the other team, whether it's 2 seconds, 3 seconds, if you can give your quarterback that time to make a play, with this level of football, it's easily exposed and you can find the gaps in zones or you can find an open man if it's in man coverage. Regan Pritchard teeing up once again. Sorry for any language you guys might be hearing right now.
Jordan's come in, he's immediately professional. I love it. Love it.
It's a shout out to SGS Media, of course.
Good kick from Regan.
Fielded literally on the end zone line.
Number 4 of Exeter, trying to go around the side. Number 4 of SGS almost had him. Lots of swearing from the Exeter. So let's see, the Demons are going to be getting that. Looks to me on their own 21-yard line. They had some success in the last drive, but a screenplay knocked them back behind the sticks.
We've got number 88 and number 27 in isolation on this side of the field with a motion.
Going to toss out to number 14.
Oh, Joe McGovern with a really big hit to set the tone.
I'll tell you what, we can hear it on this side of the field, you know it was a big hit. Tyler Berry just, I would say, unable to get anything there, but that's going to be a gain of 3 on the play for the Demons. So 2nd and 6 for the Demons. I'll tell you what, I do love these matches where you've got the 2021-22 Division 1 champions facing off against the 23-24 Division 1 champions.
Oh yeah, it just makes it that much more than a game than it already is.
You know, it's like realistically, I'm sure Loughborough aren't somewhere thinking, but they're the odd team out in that mix. They're currently somewhere. So 7 in motion again. Norton's throwing. He tries to get it to Berry, but 6 of the Pride able to knock it away.
That's back down by number 6, Joe McGowan. SGS with quite a young roster this year as well.
Yes, I was speaking to Ben Herod. He said average age of this SGS Pride team is 19. 19.
So it means we've got much older, but it also means we've got much younger as well.
It means that there are some people out here with working ligaments. They can climb stairs without any sort of pain.
But once you turn 21, that all goes away.
Yeah, it certainly does. So 3rd and 6 for the Demons. 88 in motion. Take a running start. Norton's going to throw it out for the screen, but a decent bit of yardage there, I will say, to the Demons, considering the amount of Pride players that were in the vicinity. But still, it's going to be a 4th and 2, and the punting unit for the Demons looks to be coming onto the field.
That's a really good stand by the SGS defense as well.
We've seen on the last punt play Exeter sending a man in motion. Would they be so brazen to do a fake kick against the SGS Pride?
If that's not the case, we've got Paul in the back ready to return it as well.
So a high snap, able to get it, almost blocked by 5. Not the best punt, but that's going to be going out of bounds at the 30. Paul unable, Paul kicking it away from Paul. I tell you what, if you're an Exeter Demon or an Exeter Demon fan, you're probably going to be quite happy about that.
There's a time in football where you have to make business decisions. That there was one of them.
Yeah. A long snap there, very looping, as they say.
Or as we say from up north, iggledy-piggledy.
I've never heard that. That might be the new descriptive word for
Iggledy-piggledy or skew-whiff.
Skew. Oh yeah, there we go.
We have Callum Twine lined up at DB against Ethan Hunt. That should be a really good matchup for us to watch today.
So Oscarson back in.
Handed the ball off to Jeremy Kwanzambi Bennett, and he's tackled by the shoestrings.
I'll tell you what, that is an impressive one.
Maybe that might get some motivation for the defense to get going.
So the SGS Pride find themselves behind the sticks again. 2nd and 11.
We've gone with a trips right formation here.
So Oscarson's got it, the ball is out, and I think the Demons may have got that ball.
I believe so as well.
I tell you what, that's a good turnaround for Exeter.
Maybe that big play from the first snap has given Exeter the motivation they need to realise that they are in this bowl game.
I think that was Oscar Tuthill, big number 99, who fell on that ball, and Exeter have got the ball in pretty decent field position. They're going to be starting on the Pride's 29.
Let's go!
And if you are the slightest bit of tuning in late, the score is currently 7-0 to SGS Pride and a goose egg for Exeter. Exeter have taken the field, they hand it off to number 45, big back, bounces it outside.
Oh, wow.
And that's a great tackle by Aston. That's a big first down for Exeter.
But it seems that number 17 of the... So number 17 of the Demons is down, but you have to give credit to Carl West for the biggest Exeter Demons play of the game so far. Now, as there is an injured player, I'm going to try and get through some of the scores for you. And I'll tell you what, there's a surprising one out of the Scottish one, the Edinburgh Napier Knights, beating the Stirling Clansmen 34-12.
Oh, wow.
Pretty decent stuff. Nottingham Green coming away with a win, and I think the Green definitely stamping their place at the top of the Midlands and Yorkshire one with a win over the Leicester Longhorns 22-13. I'm going to try and find, I believe it's 14-6 as it stands in Lincoln versus Cambridge. Well, I'm going to try and have a better look. Let's try and find, there we go. Oxford 40, Reading 2. Yeah, and that's in Q4, I will say. Not particularly surprising if you've been paying attention. Let's see, UCL versus KCL, we should have one.
So number 17 is up. Unfortunately, he's getting helped off the field.
But before we just get into this one, I'll give you one more. KCL lead UCL 17-0. But the Hurricanes also lead the Burners 7-2. Interesting. That's an interesting one. But when we're not in Brunel, we're in Exeter, so we're going to get locked in. So 1st and 10. Exeter knocking on the door of the SGS red zone. Norton under centre.
Number 44, Gabriel Izio showing blitz. And that's a false start for the Exeter Demons.
Now you could just tell by how Norton was shouting that they were going to be trying to draw something there, but their offensive tackle. Number 76 for the Demons is going to be sending them back 1st and 15. And it's going to, apart from that big run from Carl West, Exeter haven't done much on offense yet today. But it's going to go back to West. And that's a big man, and he's going to gain some yardage there.
He is met at the line, but he manages to carry them a couple of yards forward. I'm unsure exactly on how many yards, but there was definitely a gain there.
Looks to me to be potentially 5. He could be back at the original line of scrimmage, or at least that's what it looks like to me. Going to wait for the ref on the other side. Yeah, so West with a second big run, getting it back to the original line of scrimmage, but still 2nd and 10. So Norton is looking.
Back to pass.
What a ball that was! Are they going to be calling that a touchdown? They're calling it incomplete. Let's have a look.
Sorry.
It does happen that way. I admit most things all the time. We'll say it was incomplete. So 3rd and 10 here. We can hear an Exeter. They're getting ready to do ready for a field goal if they are unsuccessful here. Norton is throwing. That's a long ball, and I tell you what, he was close there. I think again, from our angle, it looked like there was potentially space to bring that ball in, but Max Holland didn't bring it in. So the Exeter Demons going to bring on their field goal unit. And if you're the SGS Pride, you've got to be happy that that fumble has not turned into a touchdown. You're going to be happy with potentially only conceding 3 here.
Yeah. No, the biggest thing for SGS right now is to make sure that we hone on those mistakes and we fix them. And in this league, it's very much a game of whoever makes less mistakes wins on the day.
And I will say, ladies and gentlemen, I would tell you who the kicker is, but Exeter hasn't given me his name. So that snap dribbles along the floor, and it is blocked by SGS.
That's a great stand by the SGS Pride.
I will say that was, it's nothing more heartbreaking in football than watching a long snap for a field goal or extra point just dribble along the floor. Skew whiff.
It could go anyway, and that is the complete definition of skew whiff.
Word of the day.
So we've got SGS offense taking the field again now. Tendai Musa at the centre position, snapping the ball. We're in that wildcat formation. Regan motions out. Jeremy's taken off.
Oh wow, there's so much space there. There's so much
and off
space.
He goes. He's off to the races.
He is, and he steps out at Exeter's own 40-yard line.
And that's Jeremy just showing people what he can do. He's been struggling to find the gaps, and the gaps have been struggled to be made for him in previous games this season, but he's there showcasing what he can really do once that ball's in his hand and he has a glimpse of light.
So not quite at the 40-yard line like I suspected. Just a yard shy of the middle of the field. Throws it out to his right.
Ethan Hunt makes a move, and he's tackled just before the 40. A really technical receiver, 81 is. Great foot speed and great footwork. So I'm excited to see him and Callum Twine line up against each other today in this game. Callum Twine with a couple national team caps as well.
Second and 6, I'm going to say, for the Pride. Number 21 of the Pride there. Did take a bit of an early step.
Once again, apologies for any language you may hear.
Exeter celebrating it, but once again, the Pride are going to be finding themselves behind the sticks, not by a whole lot. Second and looks to me to be 11.5, but so Oscarson's got it.
Oh, the snap. Rossi Nikolov on the ball, finds a gap through the middle, fights through contact and gets it to just past the 35, I think.
It seemed as though there were some Demons just as he broke through that first line.
Yeah.
But they just couldn't get their hands on him. But not enough for a first down. I thought it was with how he fell, but 3rd and 1 for the Pride.
Rossi is a very explosive runner. He's one of the younger guys on the team as well. Very explosive. As soon as he finds that gap, he'll hit it, and the defense will know about it.
Pops
Jeremy
it out.
Zambi Benny on the ball.
And I tell you what, and that's a good stop from the Exeter Demons. Tackle for loss, loss of 2. It's now going to be a 4th and 3. Richards, number 52, with a pretty pivotal tackle, but it does not look to me that the SGS Pride are going to be swapping out any personnel. So Q1 comes to an end. I'll tell you what, it always boggles my mind just how quick these Uniball quarters actually go. But
well, you know what they say, time flies when you're having fun. It's a pleasure to be up here today. Watch a great game of football.
And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, it's not raining. Knock on wood.
No, we've got a couple of clouds that don't look too friendly, but hopefully they stay away.
because I've been up here when it has been raining and it is not pleasant. Not pleasant.
So as you can see, both teams switching sides now.
Having a sip of water before they got to get back onto the field for playing. You know, Exeter unable to capitalise on that fumble and giving the ball back to an always dangerous SGS Pride. But SGS currently are staring down the barrel of a 4th and 2. It'd be an absolute coup for the Demons if they are able to make a stop here, much in the same way the SGS Pride made a stop for Exeter's scoring hopes and dreams probably only about 10 minutes ago, I'd say so.
Also looks like we're going to go for it as well and not punt it. Got a yard or two to make to get the first down. Will they be able to do it? Who knows? We'll find out.
Well, I know what you actually think. You obviously think yes. So let's get in.
I have a biased decision and opinion on this game.
So 81 going for the orbit.
But I'm all for a good football. And there's Paul with the ball.
Oh, wow. It
Regan
could be more than a
block,
first down.
And that is a touchdown
And it's another
for SGS Pride.
And another touchdown for the Pride on a 4th and 2. There's no yellow laundry. I always have to check. But another touchdown for the Pride. So Exeter trying to make it 14-0 now. That's the thing with those 4th and short situations. If you're in the defence and you just assume they're going to try and get 2, that's exactly what happens to you. So Regan's got it.
Tees it up, lines it straight through the post.
Beautiful.
Good for the extra point.
And made a very, very satisfying noise as it bounced off the fence. Always good to see.
I found it satisfying watch Regan kick them. Do you know why?
What was that?
We go through most of the time.
Brilliant. When do you think the last time he missed one was? Have you ever seen him miss one?
I think there may have been one last year.
No.
But he's accurate. I knew he was an academy baller, not NFL academy. He was a soccer ball.
Oh,
British football academy player. So he obviously knows how to put his foot through a ball.
Yeah, but you look at, I forget what the Cowboys kicker is, and I should know his name because I've got him on my fantasy. I'm going to say Brandon Aubrey. He was a soccer ball player, and he's doing, you know, one of the most accurate kickers in the league. Won't save my fantasy from being awful though. But there has been, let's get back to this game, there has been some mistakes by the SGS Pride. Obviously the fumble, they weren't able to turn it over into points were the Demons. And then also a couple of decent plays from Exeter pushing the SGS Pride behind the line of scrimmage, but the SGS Pride just, I tell you what, I'm impressed. For the first time being here and commentating an SGS Pride game, I'm impressed.
That's always good to hear. It's what we try to do. That's a great kick by Regan.
Absolutely fantastic kick. And it is going to be fielded by the Demons, number 18. There is a lane. Oh, that was a...
And he is absolutely crunched.
Oh, I think that there may be some credence to the calls of the Exeter Demons players and coaches, as I think there was a pretty high hand on that tackle, but it doesn't seem to be any yellow flags on the play. Yeah, I think there was
You guys cannot see it right now, but I can see the returner's adrenaline is absolutely pumping with hands shaking. Well, it was a great return.
It was a decent return. I did, mate, yeah, actually.
We did see it.
Yeah. Exeter Demons players asked me if I saw that. I did see it. So it's going to be a handoff to West, but West is going to be stopped. Going to have a gain of 3, still pretty decent considering just how early he was stopped into the run. Premiership South definitely shaping up to be pretty interesting. Birmingham beating Cardiff yesterday 27-6. So the ball is out.
Snap, picked up, and Eman meets him straight away. Number 66, Emmanuel with the tackle.
It's one of those things where number 7 for them, Tyler Berry, did pick that up quick, just quick enough that if they tried for a fumble rooski, it didn't work.
No.
I'd be surprised if they did, but I mean, that ball came forward. In fact, I think there was I'm going to make a guess. I think there was a gain of 1 on that play for Exeter. So they've got a 3rd and 6, I'm going to say.
1 is better than none if you're an Exeter fan.
So Norton throws it out, 287. We've seen a play like that flipped to the other side down in the end zone. Referees called that one incomplete.
And that's a first down, I believe, for Exeter.
Skozok, number 87, on a great catch and a first down for the Demons.
SGS showing that 40 front again. Showing 44 blitzing. It's a run with 45.
Oh, Carl West. I tell you what, I am surprised by this man. He is absolutely drilling it through there. Gain of 7, I'm going to say, for the Demons.
Every time he touches that ball, he's coming through like a rhinoceros. And it's never the first tackle, it's always the second or it's gang tackles.
It's one of these things where even up here, where we can see Carl West, he's got some heft to him.
He's huge.
He's got some heft to him. I wouldn't like to be running into him. But it's going to be another run here. This time it's Berry. He's got space, puts his arm out, goes for a stiff arm, and he's managed to get it. And they're going to be inside the 30 of the SGS Pride. It's some good running from the Demons last year because of their very, very prolific O-line. Running was the name of the game. But Berry now coming out. Benjamin Richards now in as one of the backs for the Demons. It's going to West. He's run right, jumps over 1. He's still up. I tell you what, that is definitely some impressive fighting from Carl West.
Again, going back to that point I made earlier, it's never the first tackle with him. He's always fighting off and bouncing off the tackles to get through to the secondary or the linebackers. And it's left to those guys to do their job to make sure that he's brought down.
So gain of 2 on the play from the Demons. Going this time to Richards. Come on, 55 of Exeter, push him forward. I don't like to call people out. I don't like to call people out on these streams. But I've got his name here. You're right there. Just push the man forward. Carter Adams. I don't like to.
But take it as something to learn from.
But still a gain of 4 on the play. It's one of those things where I just think if you're a big man, push a man forward, goes to West again. But number 5 of the SGS Pride is going to be able to bring West down after a gain of 1.
That is Jake Horn. My gosh, does he play with heart. He's hit me a couple of times and I felt them a couple of days after.
So, Exeter going for it. It's a 4th and 2. Pretty pivotal. And the Exeter Demons managing to catch SGS there. They've tried it a few times today.
We've got Eman stepping into the field now. Definitely an impact player on the D-line.
So that is going to be enough for the Demons. Very, very pivotal first down here because the Demons once again find themselves in the SGS Pride danger zone. Looking like they're going to be starting on the 15 or 14. I'm going to say 14.
I'm going to call a run as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's going to Carl West. He bounces out to the left-hand side. again. And the SGS Pride is saying that that ball is theirs, and the referee's pointed.
That is what we
And
like
that
to
looks
see.
like SGS Pride ball. Carl West once again on the run. Very impressive. Looked like he had a gain of about 6, but unfortunately because it's on that side of the field, me and Jordan can't give you a breakdown of what exactly happened there.
A swarm, and it must have popped out last second before his knee hit the ground.
So the SGS Pride are going to be taking over on what looks like their own 8-yard line. But I will say that offensive drive, very, very impressive from the Exeter Demons.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive.
A very technical way to head down the field, using various different snap counts, managing to catch the defense off guard a couple of times.
You know, number 45 for the Demons, very impressive. Carl West. Right out to the right-hand side. And that is a great tackle, Owen Tuthill. Bringing him down, but still a gain of 2 on the play.
Tendai Musa gets his offensive line set ready for him. The shift.
Going out to his right-hand side. Oh, and there's a big lane, and I think he may be off. 23 to beat, but he's got a blocker out in front. Brought down, and just like that, the SGS Pride scoring a huge, completely flipped the field. I don't see a yellow flag in sight.
I know that means a lot to Jeremy as well. We've had a couple conversations throughout this week, and I told him I had a good feeling about him this weekend. I knew he was gonna showcase what he can really do this time.
But what a run that was.
For Mr. Kwanzambi Benny.
All the way from their own 8 into the end zone of the SGS Pride. Sorry, of the Exeter Demons. So flag on the play. I think it may be
maybe
2.
an extra man on the field.
I believe there was number 77 for the Pride just on the field a little bit too long. Yep.
Substitution infraction. So that will take SGS back 5 yards.
Do you think that's going to affect this at all?
I've got to put my faith in Regan. The good old Reginald. And if you see the way he strikes the ball as well, it's so pure.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Just like that, it's a 21-0 ball game here in Exeter. Can the Exeter Demons put on another, technical, but also very impressive offensive drive here and find the end zone? They seemed to be there the last 2 times the offense have been on the field. They couldn't have got it. They couldn't get it done after the fumble. Field goal, bit of a skew whiff snap. They couldn't get it through, and then a fumble on the SGS 8-yard line. But again, it may be 21-0, but I'm still impressed with the Exeter Demons. But if they don't score, this could be looking like me and Jordan have got into a time machine, and it's 2021 again. What were you doing in 2021?
Ooh, I was at a basketball academy. Yeah, I was at Myerscough College Basketball Academy. Yeah, basketball was my main sport until I realised I wasn't going to grow to be 6'8", and I just have to sit around 6'3" for the rest of my days. But it could be worse. I found this sport and I love it. Regan with another big kick. Fielded it around the 10.
Well, they're looking for that
Field.
reverse.
He's trying to cut back.
It's a good lane, but slowed down a bit
up.
just slowed up a bit too much there.
It's a great net form by SGS Pride to bring him down, giving him nowhere to go, no options. And you tend to see that quite a lot when a receiver or running back or a returner, for that matter, has got nowhere to go. They tend to stop in their tracks and try to find something, look for something to hit, but unfortunately there was nothing there for him.
Yeah, it's days like this where I thank God I was never a returner, because
Yeah.
I just don't know if I could hack it, you know?
No, I put a ban on it for myself after I tore my ACL. Yeah, if you're not a trained professional, don't go hurdling people. Doesn't work out too well sometimes.
Berry in motion.
Handed off. A bit of a fumble in his hands as he catches the ball.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like number 44 for the Demons didn't have all of that ball as it was pushed into him.
Maybe a little bit of nerves as he checked into the game. But it's usually like that. First couple of plays, you feel out the game and then settle in and start to play your own game.
So Hamish Sharp, the kicker for the Demons, out at receiver. Isaac Yago in at running back. So Hamish Sharp in motion. Bit of a high snap. Goes to Yago. Gets round one.
He's met by number 5, Jake Horn again, who makes the tackle.
But a gain of 2 on the play for the Demons.
Substitution for Exeter. Number 13 checking into the game at receiver.
Looking like a 3rd and 4 for them.
And SGS Pride hoping to make a stand to get that ball punted back to them.
Norton's got it. Fakes a handoff to Yago. Rolling out, but he's being pursued. Ball is out. Oh my Lord! Absolutely spectacular, sensational. Berry managing to bring that ball in, and Norton managing to get that ball away out of his hands whilst he had an SGS Pride player wrapped around his legs.
No, it was a great adjustment to his route. He saw that the QB was scrambling and needed a hand. He popped out just behind his own and managed to make a reception.
Once again, the Exeter Demons made their way down the field. They're now on the SGS 25. They've been here before, but they've not managed to put any points on the board.
Motion from number 13, who checked into the game just before.
So Norton is looking for him, but just Norton.
And Kuda pretty tight to him in defence there.
Alvarez, number 13.
And apologies to number 7. I know you want that in your highlight tape, but there's a lot going on. I got kind of enticed in the game and missed the shot. So apologies to you.
He does have it. I can't. Like, I've done it multiple times.
I'm sure there'll be another camera angle for you.
Make another catch. 2nd and 10 for the Demons here. Trying to draw him offside. Goes to Yago.
Brought down just after the line of scrimmage.
But a flag on the play from the official on the far side. Looks to me to be on the SGS Pride. I think it's a neutral zone infraction if I know my referee signals, and hopefully I do. So the Demons are going to be gifted 5 yards from the Pride. Still a 2nd and 5. Number 33 for SGS drawing the flag.
Tiago with the flag. Shortly taken out for Sam Lydiat, checking into the game, coming off the edge, as you can see.
So it's a
reversal play.
Number 10 of the Demons going outside. I think he's going to have that first down. Finn Sly.
Aston with the shoestring tackle. Well, again, another great run by Exeter. They really know how to move that ball on the ground.
So it's going to be enough for a first down. Again, I feel like we've been here before. We've been here before a couple of times. They're going to be setting up on the 13-yard line of the Demons. Last time they were around this point, a fumble from West led to an absolutely sensational run from SGS and a touchdown.
Just have to see if Exeter can capitalise.
So, 2-minute warning again. I always forget. They just go so quickly.
Yeah.
They just go so quickly. So,
Definitely.
2-minute warning, 1st and 10 for the Demons. Carl West back in. Wouldn't surprise me if this ball is going straight to the hands of number 45. Clock that, lock that in. Run left. So man in motion, Hamish in motion.
Right.
Yep.
And he's met
wow!
instantly by Jake Horn. What an absolute dog. What an absolute dog.
It seems as though I don't think I spoke that loudly that the SGS Pride heard my prediction of the play, but exactly what happened, and the SGS Pride.
It's all about those fine adjustments that they make on the sideline when they come off the field. They figure out what's going wrong, they find it, analyse it, how they can fix it, step out back onto the field and make plays like that.
So 2nd and 14 after the tackle for loss.
Exeter's
So Norton is
QB
looking
drop
to
back to
throw.
pass. Oh, and nearly thrown right to the hands of Gabriel Lizio.
The corners of that pocket for Norton seem to be collapsing.
Maybe there's been some adjustments on the sideline and Exeter is struggling to figure out what the difference is and how it's changed.
I tell you what, the guard and centre position, there's not much direct pressure coming to Norton, but the edges seem to be. So 1 minute 14 on the clock. Exeter are going to be calling their first of their timeouts.
And just a side note, whilst we're here, it's a beautiful campus that Exeter have got here.
It is.
Really nice campus. And as these guys take the field on Remembrance Sunday, we had a moment's silence just before kickoff.
I'm going to try and find some new ones, some new scores from around the league. Google trying to tell me the Carolina-New York score. I don't care about that game at all.
Is Carolina your team?
No, God no. Is Carolina my team? What's it? That is the biggest insult I've ever heard in my life.
You seem like a Carolina guy. The 3rd and long here. Oh, fumbled snap.
But
QB escapes
Norton has
out,
got it, he's looking.
and that's overthrown.
It looks like Norton might be a bit slow to get up.
I think number 6 hit him as he released the ball.
He does look a bit shaken up. It's 4th down and 14. So they're not going to be bringing on their...
I think they're going to go for it. I think they've realised they want to have a score before heading into the locker rooms at half-time.
They certainly do. It's a long way to go.
But we'll see. Will the SGS defence make a stand, or will Exeter punch it in?
I mean, it's certainly bold. I'll give them that.
Motion from number 7.
So Exeter calling their 2nd timeout. 1:06 remaining. Try and get you some more scores. City versus Imperial ended in a 0-0 draw.
Oh.
Because of some ref situation. I don't get it.
Controversy. Scandals. It's what drives sports.
It is. That's the only reason why I'm here. I haven't got any more for you. I wonder if there's an update on Okay, so Staffordshire Stallions lead the Kiel Crusaders 18-7. Brunel lead the Hurricanes 8-7. That was 11 minutes ago. 24-0 KCL over UCL. KCL haven't played until this week. That's pretty impressive. We're going to block back in here for Exeter as the Demons try to go for it on a 4th and 14. 7 in motion. Norton has gone. He's obviously going to be looking to throw. That ball is up and batted away.
That is Joe McGovern and Kuda on the pass break-up. That was a great stand by the SGS defence. The secondary really coming in to show what they can do there.
Bold strategy there from Exeter, I think.
Yeah. But sometimes in the game of football, you just have to hope.
Yeah, you just have to go for it.
As soon as that ball snaps, you just have to hope everything goes well. And sometimes, in many cases, it does.
But I think what the big thing for Exeter here is last time the SGS Pride were lined up here.
It was taken a long way down the field.
A long way down the field.
Again in that wildcat formation.
SGS have got all of their timeouts. Bit of a low snap. But good defence there from Exeter.
It's Rossi Nikolov running the ball in.
Looks like no gain on the play. There's no timeouts.
I don't know if you guys could hear that, but Coach Ben, the head coach of SGS Pride, shouting hurry up. So maybe trying to apply some pressure before going into the half.
Oh.
Some good strong running for Rossi. He is young and he is strong, and he will be a force to be reckoned with in upcoming years.
As right now, he's got himself a 3rd down. Also, we do have a donut burger alert. Needs to be a better name for a donut burger, I think.
A donut burger.
Yes, where you score 50 and they score 0. So a donut burger for the Sheffield Sabres over the York St John Jaguars.
50 ball.
I need that Lancaster Bombers score if anyone's got it. It's like I don't have actual money on the Lancaster Bombers, but I might as well have got actual money on it, considering how much I've got. Yeah, go Lancaster.
So one of the Exeter players, still slow to get up, finally stands up. He's walking off by himself, which is a good sign.
So the half is over because the 10-second run off, because Exeter have got no timeouts remaining. So the score here at half-time, 21-0. I tell you what, I have been impressed with the offense of the Exeter Demons, but they just can't seem to get it together in those crucial situations. But the SGS Pride, apart from a few mistakes, very, very impressive. Realistically, what I would come to expect of the SGS Pride.
Yeah, the SGS Pride are definitely doing their job. There's a few slip-ups here there, but if we can rectify those at half-time, I'm sure the W will be going to SGS at the end of this game. But this is football. It's one of the most dramatic sports that's played, so who knows, Exeter could pull it out the bag and march the way down the field and put some points on that scoreboard.
So we're going to head off for half-time, but before that, I'm going to hit you with some of the scores around the league. I know I've just done it, but we obviously know that Sheffield have defeated the York St John Jaguars 50-0. The Nottingham Green have defeated the Leicester Longhorns 22-13. And for some reason, my internet stopped working, so you're going to have to bear with me. Oh, UCLan Rams have beaten... what am I doing? I can't speak. Have beaten the Manchester Metropolitan Eagles 42-0.
Oh, wow. UCLan with some big signings as well.
Big.
One of my fellow teammates from SGS Pride and Prince George Kodiaks. Jerome Darko signing with them. Playing under a great coach as well, Sam Bloomfield. He knows his stuff. If anyone knows British football, it's Sam Bloomfield.
Obviously, they've got a big match-up on the 24th against the Northumbrian Mustangs. we're not going to go and cover that one because I'm not going all the way to.
Newcastle.
I'm not going all the way up there, but I will be going to the return fixture on the 8th of December when they take on UClan at UClan. Well, when they take on Northumbria at UClan. I'm going to try and get some scores for you, but again, as in my internet connection, it's not doing fantastic, which is quite strange.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, my phone died on the way down.
So, yeah, those are the scores. Oh, 27-6, Birmingham over Cardiff, which is important for this game. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to disappear for half time. We'll be back with you shortly. The score here in Exeter, the Demons 0, SGS Pride 21. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in Exeter for the second half of this Premiership South clash. Scoreline currently 21-0 to the SGS Pride. Exeter received the ball at opening kickoff, which means it's going to be going to the SGS Pride right now.
We've got Paul back there to return it. He had a very good return in the first half. Maybe he can replicate that, or maybe Exeter have made some adjustments ready to stuff that.
If you were just joining us, I'm sure that you're going to be looking at this scoreline going, yeah, that's pretty par for the course. However, I'd argue that Exeter have still been impressive, just unable to capitalise once they reach the red zone of the Pride. Been there 3 times, come away with nothing.
Yeah, it's been quite unfortunate because on the ground they have been moving the ball very well. Number 45, number 44 as well. I think they've both been moving the ball really well.
I will say through the air they did have a great catch, number 7. There's a Wasp here, it's November.
Too cold for you, bud.
Why are you here, Wasp?
Come back another day when we're not here.
Some chats going on. I mean, we've got some other scores. UClan shut out the MMU Eagles 42-0. The Kent Falcons came away with a victory over the Essex Blades. I'm currently waiting to find out if the Lancaster Bombers have fallen to Edge Hill. Because if they have, I'm going to have to fall off this piece of scaffolding. Unbelievable. So, big kick. Looks like it's going to drop directly into Paul's hands. And it does. There's some good blocks. Oh, and there's a lane. Oh, he cuts back. But number 33 there of the Demons being able to bring Paul down there, because for a split second there it was looking a little bit worrying for Exeter. They were going to suffer the same fate.
He did have some green grass ahead of him. Again, unfortunately, similar situation to what happened in the first half for Exeter. Great return, but unfortunately there's no green grass ahead and brought to a stop.
Mark Laban, number 33, on the tackle, and the SGS Pride are going to be starting with this ball just 4 yards shy into their own half.
So, friendly sportsmanship chat between Regan Pritchard and Callum Twine. There's SGS line up, hand the ball off to Rossi. Oh, actually no, QB Scott has got it. Scott in the dive with a great block by Ethan Hunt. Absolutely amazing block by Ethan Hunt.
He did send him flying. We can't deny that.
Coming out for Chris Brown, a Scottish native, and an absolute dog. What an amazing block by Ethan Hunt there. Really freed up some space for Scott to get those extra yards.
And I think Jordan's realised that he's getting some dirty looks from the Exeter Demons.
It's like a museum over here. You can look, but you can't touch.
So, 1st and 10 for the Pride.
Harrison in motion across field. With a screen pass to Paul. Paul works his way upfield, but a short gain. I'd probably say maybe 3 or 4 on that. Unfortunately, another Exeter player down.
Are you going to say that's a gain of 2 or 3? I think that's a gain of 1.
I don't know. We'll see where the National Treasure spots the ball. Oh, hands it off to the lead official of this game.
I'll try and find some. I know that Lincoln did end up beating the Cambridge Pythons. And as it stands right now, I believe the Derby Braves are doing a number on the ARU Siege. I think it's 35-6 at half time for the Braves.
Does Joe Perkins still play for them? Wide receiver?
Her name rings a bell. I'm unsure. 42-0 MMU over.
If you managed to watch this stream back, Joe, how you doing? Hope you're keeping well. Hope you're still sticking at football, because I don't know. There seems to be a thing with Baffer and BUCS. There's there's a couple guys who just stand out on teams, and some people have it, some people don't. But I know one thing's for sure, that Joe Perkins has it, so I hope he stuck it out.
So as it stands in a pivotal Southern 1 clash, Brunel 8, Hertfordshire 7, that's in Q2. The Lancers did end up beating the Reading Knights. I think it was 40-2. Don't quote me on that, but they did win. I was about to give you the score of this game, but we're here. Coventry versus who've Coventry got? Oh, Nottingham Green didn't beat Leicester. They beat Sheffield Hallam. That's mad. That's a good score.
So 20 able to make his way off the field with a bit of a limp. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Hopefully he's somewhat happy and healthy. It's a dangerous sport we play. But hopefully nothing too serious. He'll be able to make a return to this game maybe, or next week. The SGS offense takes the field again.
I do also believe that Durham are currently leading Loughborough, but it's a pretty close game. Unfortunately, my phone's not working, so I can't get the scores for you. It's just what I can vaguely see. So 2nd and 9 for the Pride.
Exeter showing that 40 front. We've got isolation on the field side.
Oh,
Harrison with a big catch just before the 20. Harrison with a big catch. That's great for a first down. Harrison Elo.
McLaban was there, but Harrison's a big man, and I don't think one man was going to be able to drag him down.
Absolute machine. Actually playing on his native land, somewhat. Devonshire, Cornwall. He knows these sides very well. So hopefully there's no pressure for him.
His body's accustomed to the Devonshire air.
SGS lined up with trips left to the boundary side.
Looking.
Oh, looks for Regan over the top, and it's a great diving catch by Regan Pritchard. Look at him. Look at him go. What a touchdown, what a celebration. That's a great catch for Regan.
Oh, that was a great one.
The thing that makes it so special now.
I was just checking the replay. Oh.
What makes it so special now is that he gets to kick his own field goals for his own touchdowns.
I know that if you get the touchdown and then the 2 points, you get, it's an octopus. But what is it if it's 7?
Septopus.
Septopus.
Regan Pritchard lines up now. Joe McGovern is holder.
He's been nothing but good today.
Very cool, calm and collected as he stands there with his hands on his hips before he kicks the ball. And it's straight through.
And Regan once again making it a mission for whoever's in charge of getting those balls, because he's kicking them into the trees.
Into the trees. I think it's one of our FE students, Stiv. So a shout out to Stiv for...
There he is. He's looking for it now.
He'll be looking a while. That's a great catch by Regan Pritchard.
So Hertfordshire have taken the lead against Brunel 14-8. I know that we're covering Prem South, ladies and gentlemen, but I need to check this Edge Hill Lancaster score. Again, you'd think I had money on it, but I don't. I've got professional reputation on it. Oh, I will say it looks as though that Derby have beaten ARU. Looks like ARU have called the game, or at least that's what I'm getting from trusted people.
An interesting breakdown for the SGS Pride on the kick returns.
Fumbles it, bounces in front of him, but manages to...
Oh, big hit. Big hit. So I think they'll be spotted around the 21.
So the Exeter Demons coming on for their first offensive drive of this half. Again, I've personally been impressed with them, but again, just not being able to capitalise when they're inside the SGS Pride red zone.
Yeah, it was no surprise to anyone that Exeter had some changes since last year. We'll just see how the offense moves down the field, expecting a lot of runs, but we've gone with a quad set to the right.
This is new. This is brand new for the Demons. Let's have a look, see what they're going to be dialing up here.
Formation we've not seen yet today. QB's under centre. Oh, it's a QB sneak, and he's met shortly after.
What do you make of that?
Possibly could have been a better play call, but I'm no coach. I'm not one to say.
I mean, it's going to be a gain on the play.
Me personally, as a coach, considering the scoreline of this game, I wouldn't be running QB draws right off the bat, but maybe in hopes of surprising the defense. Again, with that quad set to the right, and another short gain.
Oh my God.
As you can hear, Exeter calling punt alert. Maybe not the most hopeful for this drive.
Right, well, Edgehill have just scored a touchdown, so it's currently 9-0 for Edgehill over Lancaster. Again, everyone here is watching Premiership football, and I'm out here being worried about a Div 2 game. This is mad.
But the Premiership, it's the place to see it. See the best of the best, the worst of the worst.
Yeah, but I basically said in my rankings post to start the year that my lock to win their division was the Lancaster Bombers.
Bit of a high snap there, again with a QB run. Tackled shortly after.
But Isaac Yago taking the snaps now for the Demons. I'm trying to see if I can find Norton on the sideline. Where is he?
Start to see some of the body language
right.
of the SGS Pride defence start to feel themselves, maybe dancing around a little bit.
He's right there. I can see him.
Maybe we can maybe start to see some rotation players coming.
But Norton stood on the sideline with his arms crossed. Setting a man in motion, as they have done each time. Looping snap, very close to being blocked, but he does manage to get it away. And well done to get that fielded. Will Brooks bringing the ball in. And the SGS Pride are going to be starting on their side of the field, but not by a whole lot.
No, it's great field position to start off with drive, especially how they've been moving the ball so far. I wonder if there's been any adjustments made on either side for coming into the second half.
They're going to test you now. They're going to test you now.
Maybe a cover one, maybe with one high safety. Maybe cover 3. Yeah, it's looking more like cover 3.
So there's a flag on the plate. Oskarson's looking to
Scott
throw.
Rolls hits Ethan Hunt.
Watch the ball out. Get the ball out.
But a flag played, a flag thrown from our official on the left-hand side.
So it's an illegal motion.
Offense on me, offense on 3. 1, 2, 3, offense!
Yeah, so that was an illegal motion for 42. Again, about those mistakes, we need to cut those out because we're only hurting ourselves at this point. But we're going trips left to the boundary side. Again, showing that one high safety, maybe cover 3 again.
Looks as though that's going to be going back.
It's another false start.
Looks like the SGS Pride trying to play this game on hard mode.
Yeah, we need to lock in. Short
It's one
and
of those
sweet.
things where I feel like whenever I come to this field, people are starting behind the line of scrimmage. No problem, Seb.
You can hear some noise from Exeter now getting behind their defence. Scotty Dotty in the backfield.
Oh, I just...
Oh,
Oh,
scored
my
by Chris
Lord!
Brown
I
off the
cannot
ricochet.
believe that.
A straight
Wow.
bullet straight into Chris Brown's chest.
Oh, I cannot believe that. It bounced off the fingertips and then ended in... That's immense. That
As I
was a
said,
great
in
play.
football it happens. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. It's a game of gambling,
Gambling?
somewhat. Strategic gambling, we'll say that. Tendai gets set with the offensive line for SGS Pride.
So 6 to go. Hand off.
Hands the ball off to Scott.
Oh!
To Casper. Casper, unfortunately, able to go nowhere there.
You can't say unfortunately. You have to be unbiased.
Yeah.
Depends who you are.
But that's a great stand by Exeter,
Yeah, number
to be
59.
unbiased.
Number 59 there, just meeting him right there. 3rd and 6.
Whoa, we've got an O-lineman lined up at receiver.
He doesn't know where to line up, bless him.
Ethan Hunt on the
Oh,
screen.
get him out for the
Mixed
screen.
one man miss. Go, 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 go. That's a great reception by Ethan. I believe that's his 3rd now. For a 1st down. Ethan Hunt in a similar situation to myself. He's been here for 3 years at SGS, and unfortunately he's been fighting injury for 2 of those years. So this is 3rd year. He's able to showcase what he can really do, and I look forward to getting back healthy so I can share the field with him.
Yeah, no, I'm impressed with Exeter so far today, but the scoreline
They've definitely surprised me.
up the middle. And a good swarm from the Demons.
Yeah, it's a great rally into the ball by the Demons.
I think when it comes down to Exeter versus Birmingham and Exeter versus Cardiff, they're going to be some very, very interesting games for the Demons to play. A6 in motion. Oscarson's running right. Just deals
Ball
it.
by Ethan Hunt.
And Ethan Hunt's getting the majority of these balls on these drives.
You have to feed the hot hand. If there's a player out there that's making plays and it's working, why change it? If it's not broke, don't fix it.
You know,
I'll tell you one thing, Ethan is not a broken receiver.
I tell you what, the Exeter, I'm going to say, I'm going to whisper this because I don't think Exeter want to hear it. I think we're a touchdown away from a running clock.
That's music to my ears. Harrison in motion. Ball snapped to Scotty Dotty. Paul on the screen catch.
Oh, that was a good block there, but the initial block was good.
It was a great rattle into the ball again by Exeter.
But McLeban once again getting to the ball, and that is going to be a loss of 1 on the play for the Pride.
I must give props to Exeter. They are doing a really good job of rallying to the ball. As soon as one player catches the ball, there's 3 or 4 defenders there every time. But I don't know, SGS Pride are doing a pretty decent job of breaking those first couple tackles and heading into open space.
Throws it out wide.
To Ethan Hunt once again.
maybe
another good chunk of yardage for Ethan Hunt.
it's going to be a gain of... Oh, that's a much bigger gain than I thought it was. Much bigger gain than I thought it was. That's going to be a gain of 5. So it's going to end up being a 3rd and 6.
Nice clean break there by SGS Pride. It's always good to get a clean break when you're first lining up.
It really is. Like that clap can be very, very damaging if it's off kilter. I love snaps like that. Oh! He's going to be kicking himself in the morning. He managed to split those defenders so well.
Yeah, he knows that's his mistake, but 9 out of 10 of those he's catching. Oh, Stiv's just dropped his phone on the floor. Our ball boy currently getting his change up off the floor.
That's really quite funny.
Dropped his loot, acquired it back.
Dropped his loot. 4th and 6 for the Pride.
With that trips right formation as well.
Oscarson's looking
to pass.
He's being pursued.
Oh, with a one-handed catch.
Absolutely.
Stand there, take it in. Take it all in.
Flag on the play for the celebration, I imagine.
The national treasure with the call there, Albert. One of the most well-known referees in British football.
But what a grab that was.
Yeah, regardless of what happened after the play, you've got to respect the catch. Always. You don't see many of those in the BUCS League, the one-handed grabs. Well, it's always great to see them. SGS backing it up now.
Excuse me?
Whoa.
No wonder they're getting flagged for celebration if they're doing stuff like that.
Well, they know the two pump rule. So that's an unsportsmanlike for number 11 after the touchdown. So the touchdown still counts, still get the opportunity to kick the extra point.
So the penalty will be added to the kick-off because I think they're aware that just putting some extra yardage probably won't affect that too much.
No, Regan, once again, it's his bread and butter. It's what he's used to. He's good at what he does.
So 35-0 the score here, which I imagine means this game, you're going to see the end of the 3rd quarter coming fairly quickly, I imagine.
Sooner rather than later now with the running clock. But if Exeter somehow manage to pick themselves up, they may be able to maybe make the defeat a bit easier to swallow.
The thing is, Exeter aren't a team that's just going to give up because they know that they're playing against the best team in the division. They've still got to play Birmingham and Cardiff and Portsmouth. So why not test things out, get your reps against the best team in your division, take what you learn, and then go in and potentially beat Portsmouth, Cardiff and Birmingham. That's how I'm looking at it.
With football teams, wherever you go, there'll always be hidden gems within the benches somewhere. So there might be one play for one specific player that might really work, and
Exactly.
It would be the right time to start testing those things out rather than giving up.
What's that? Oh.
SGS backing up due to that penalty after the touchdown. Regan teeing himself up.
So let's just kick it away again. 4 and 20, I think that is to return for the Demons. Ball is up. Good catch by number 4. He's trying to find a seam. Number 23 was right there, and there was just a huge collision. But I'd say a fairly decent return. Getting it to what looks to be the 40. Well, not the 40, looks to me to be the 39. And it certainly is. Exeter on their own 39. Watch out for number 45, Carl West.
Coaching on the running clock.
So if you just heard that there, that's the official letting the head coach of Exeter know that it's a running clock. Whilst they take the field, maybe they can puzzle something together and maybe get rid of that goose egg.
And number 85 in at quarterback. That's a strange one.
Once again, Exeter fighting through that line to get some extra yards.
I believe that that's Matthew Francis. That wouldn't surprise me if that's going to be the end of Q3. Let's have a look. It certainly is. So we've only got 1 quarter remaining here in Exeter. The Demons probably just trying to put something on the board, but I think it's pretty clear to see now as we go into the fourth quarter. This is looking like the SGS Pride of old.
Oh.
Those first 2 games, I think after this we can wash those away.
Yeah.
Anomalies on the SGS Pride season.
Yeah.
This seems like basically what me and other University American Football pundits sort of thought would be the normal scoreline for the Pride, but Exeter still have the chance to put some points on the board.
Unless Exeter pull it out the bag and we see something crazy here today, this will leave SGS Pride with a record of 3-0.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm all ears.
Have you ever seen a player wearing 85 at quarterback?
I've not.
Well, you're about to see it again now. So that's Matthew Francis, number 85. And he's going to take it. That's a decent ball, and that's going to be enough for a first down.
I believe that was Aston on the tackle, but a great grab.
Yeah, great grab for getting up.
Yeah, especially as a receiver, I can relate to those situations. Coming over the middle, it can be quite intimidating knowing that you've got a linebacker ready to crash down on you.
And do you know what's really bothering me? 85, he's got no drip, none. Negative drip.
Zero drip.
Classic
zero
drip,
aura.
like a player from the 1910s. Handoff goes to Carl West. Tries to run left.
Yeah, when I take the field, it's always look good, feel good,
Yeah.
feel good, play good. If you play good, they pay good.
I tell you what, my favourite one was when I was at UOG. I had long blonde hair, and I put it in braids.
Oh.
I put it in braids. I didn't have any eye black, but it was the braids.
I bet you look like a UFC fighter.
I did, but a really bad one.
Paddy the baddie.
But only after he's eaten those food. So a high snap. Francis has got it. That's a tall man. Oh, and he was close to getting it to Berry.
Oh.
I don't know if I could give you that celebration.
No, Casper, something to say there at the end of the play. Needs to be careful with that, especially towards the opposing sideline.
Because I think that was more to do with the bad snap than it was
Yeah.
the presence of number 54, to the point where 54's been taken off the field. Okay, so 3rd and 10 for the Demons. Matthew Francis got it, hands it off to Carl West.
That's a great stand at the line. Maybe 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah, going to say it's only going to be a gain of 2 on the play. It's going to be a 4th and 7. Not sure if we've got, if that SGS player is actually down or he wants to be helped up. He just wants to be helped up.
That's it, man. That's how he rolls. It's about the team. Can't stand up without them.
So punting unit for the Demons coming back onto the field. And once again sending a man in motion on their punts. Bit of a looping snap, a little bit skew. If so close to being blocked, I'd argue that that is very, very impressive and a pretty decent tackle there. I tell you what, I'm definitely impressed with the punter of the Demons being able to get that ball away. Hamish Sharp had that pressure in his face, did have to sort of, I don't know how to describe it.
Recover, it's a great recovery.
A very, very flexible kick because it wasn't straight out in front of him, it was more to the side, but he did manage to get it away.
You find within BUCS, you find a lot of previous rugby players that are the kickers, and they tend to do a pretty good job of, say when they are getting rushed, they do a great job of like adjusting to the defence coming towards them and kicking them at awkward angles you wouldn't necessarily see.
Well, that's the only one, instead of being scared and just trying to run the football and
He was
ruining
good to get the
everyone's
ball
life. But SGS starting on, I'm going to say, their own 28, 27. I don't know, one of those.
A couple of smiles on the Exeter faces.
Huh? Hold on.
Sam Hayes, very young quarterback.
I'm more impressed with you lot than I thought I'd be. No, but there's definitely stuff in there. Like, I can't imagine that this scoreline's going to be. I think when it's like when you face like Cardiff and Brum and all that lot, I think it'll be fine then. Yeah, exactly.
That's good to hear some motivational talking coming from the Exeter sideline, trying to hype up his teammates regardless of the score. He's here to play.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. An Exeter player asked me what I thought of it, and I told him how I felt. Oh, that's some speed. That is some speed.
Rossi Nikolov.
Oh.
Again, that young running back coming out of the backfield. He's an impact player.
I wish that, honestly, I look at plays like that, Jordan, and I think to myself, I don't think I could dream myself to run that fast. I wouldn't know what that's like at all.
For me, it's a bit different. I can't really put myself in those shoes. I'm usually looking behind me for Rossi when he gets to practice.
Oh, so close.
So close, but Ethan Hunt with the catch, he's working his way downfield. Oh, and he gets a big hit, but bounces off it.
I tell you what, I was impressed there. Number 99 for Exeter was so close. Was so close to getting a hand on that ball potentially. Oh, we have an Exeter Demon down.
Unfortunately.
It was looking like a bit of an Andrew Van Ginkel situation there, if anyone understands that. He managed to pick off a screen pass against Washington last year, if you're a Dolphins fan.
Boo the Dolphins.
Who do you support?
I'm a Bengals fan.
Yeah, fair enough. I can't hate anyone for supporting the Bengals.
No, we're good, we're bad.
You know, like, average. For me, it's if you support the Jets or like the Titans, you're boring.
Yeah.
You know.
No, but the Jets uniforms, they're all black uniforms.
They are nice. They are nice.
They are spicy.
Even I can't deny that.
But I tell you whose uniforms did really shock me this year, the Broncos. I've never, ever been a fan of the Broncos uniforms until this year.
I haven't even seen a Broncos game this year. I've not paid much attention to it.
You didn't
so the Brunel versus Hertfordshire game is currently 14-all in Q4. Coming down to the wire, not surprised there. But we'll be in Brunel next week for them versus the Lancers. I'm going to check and see if my pick is in the bin. I'm fairly certain that it is. God, I'm going to have a lot of explaining to do tomorrow. It begs the question: why do I host a show
with a strange northern kid?
No. No, I've got to host. I've got to host a rundown. Rundown will be with you either between the hours of 7 and 8 next week. Oh, sorry, next week, tomorrow. But if I'm fairly certain that Edge Hill have won, and
just a side note, 23 is heading off the field now with assistance. Again, it's a tough game we play. You've got to be strong, and I hope that it's nothing too serious, and I hope he makes a full recovery soon. One of their impact players on the defense as well. I believe that's one of their American imports.
Yes, I believe it's. We heard him speaking
Yeah,
as we were above.
the Yank accent. Well, back to the game
Oh my God!
as the SGS offense lines up. Oh, that's a fumble by SGS Pride, giving the Demons the ball.
Right. Again, I'm going to get back into this game because this game deserves it. But yeah, the Edge Hill Vikings have beaten the Lancaster Bombers 10-0. Ugh. I respect you, Edge Hill, but that's really thrown. Oh, I'm going to get so much grief about that tomorrow.
Unfortunate for all the Chester Romans boys that are on that squad as well. Big shout to Chester Romans.
Good old Chester Legion as well. I played Chester Legion a few times. Not the Romans, the Legion. I think they're still about.
Yeah, the Legion's the university team, I think.
It is, yeah.
Motion from 83.
Oh no!
Tried with a jet pass and it was 83 and the quarterback maybe not on the same page.
I think we've got a couple of Demons down now. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. Seems as though that's... Well, we're gonna go to some scores. We're gonna hopefully find some. So 14-14 is currently the score of Brunel versus Hertfordshire in the Southern One. Birmingham yesterday did beat Cardiff 27-6. The Lancers beat the Reading Knights. The UClan Rams beat the MMU Eagles, shut them out. In fact, the Sabres got a donut burger against the York St John Jaguars. The ARU Siege, I'm not sure how it's going to go down because I don't know how much of the game they played. But the Derby Braves have beaten the ARU Siege. The Lincoln Colonials have beaten the Cambridge Pythons. What else? The Edinburgh Napier Knights pull off a shocker against the Stirling Klansmen. And I think that's all I've got so far.
Oh, we've had a change of jersey number. Maybe some difficulties or a tear or something with that previous jersey.
I don't quite understand why my connection is so in the toilet. To the point at which I want to try and restart my phone. But those are the scores we've got. Rundown coming at you tomorrow between 7 and 8. We don't know when because one of our hosts lives in Qatar. So number 73. So number 73 for the Demons is back up on his feet.
So again, we're just checking up on these players now, making sure they're all good before we resume the game. A couple coaching adjustments from the SGS Pride, a couple subs. As the Exeter offense prepares to take the field in their huddle.
So we get locked back in to football. It's 2nd and 10 for the Demons. Sending the man in motion, hand off to 21. There is some space there, but and that's a huge, huge tackle.
It's a great tackle. He nearly broke free, but luckily that grip strength came in handy and managed to hold on. Exeter getting their punt team alert on the sideline.
But Alex Rule on the run there.
Must say I'm quite impressed with the turnout for Exeter. They've got a couple fellow students, friends, family members watching the game. It's always good to have people supporting the game you play. 21 in motion.
High snap, Francis got it. High snap,
Oh, and it's a pick by Joe McGovern. And he takes it to the house.
All the way.
And that is a touchdown, and there is no laundry on the field.
And that was just a thing of beauty. Nothing but green, green grass.
And his teammates showing him nothing but love. Huge respect to the kid. After bouncing around a couple positions, he found his spot last year at DB/safety. And he's really been an impact player for the SGS Pride.
So, I'm sure we're going to whisper this because the Exeter Demons are there. If the SGS Pride score this field goal, then they have they will increase their total. Basically, the most they scored against Exeter in the 2021 season was 41. They've now scored 42. It's basically what I'm trying to say there, but my brain couldn't find the words to do it. Again, I'm looking at this game now, and I think this is what I expected of the SGS Pride throughout this season. Not just against the Exeter Demons, but against everyone. So, you know, I think this is good on the SGS side. I think they're going to be able to take this and just start doing this to everyone else in the division, much like how I thought. But back to stuff that, you know, people don't mind because don't care about because we're commentating the Prem. What I think doesn't matter because Lancaster have just lost to Edge Hill. I can't believe it. I'm furious.
It shows anything can happen in this game.
I'm not furious, I'm just...
Seethed.
I'm seething right now.
Irritated.
I wouldn't say irritated, but I'm definitely seething. I'm definitely 100% seething.
Well, you heard it here first. His feathers have been ruffled.
100%. I feel like what's going to happen is I'm gonna check my phone in about 20 minutes. I'm just gonna have an apology from Lancaster in my DMs going, sorry mate, we tried. Gonna have to buy some Edge Hill merch now. That's probably fair.
Who knows, it might suit you.
I think that's fair. I've already apologised. To be fair, I apologised to Birmingham yesterday as well. Huh? Yeah, I apologised to them as well. I don't like apologising to teams because I pick against them.
Regan Pritchard sets up the ball, ready for kick off.
So a defensive touchdown now for the SGS Pride. They've got to be very... Oh, I love... Oh, bounce off his chest. Oh, that was very, very close.
That's a great kick by Regan.
It was a great kick. I've been in the position where, you know, let's just get it out of the way. Yep. A team has identified me as the least athletic player on the field, which means they have kicked the ball at me. And you know what happens? Basically, if there's any position, ladies and gentlemen, where as a lineman or a bigger fellow on the field, that you start to cry on the field, it's when the ball's kicked your way and you've decided to pick it up.
Unless you have a nice clean path and a nice clean ball straight to your hands, then it can be a lineman's dream to get that rocking and
instead what it normally does is dribble in front of you. You've got to pick it up. By the time you've bent down, picked it back up, you've got two missiles coming at your head, and you're like, oh, bro, this is great.
On those kicks especially, you got to make sure you don't drop mama's milk.
Yeah. So Exeter sending some guys in motion. Lots of noise from the SGS sideline. Tossing it out, 2:21. Guess round one, but you cannot get around the amount of white jerseys that just converge. But it is going to be a gain on the play for the Demons.
As that sun starts to set, it's really setting the mood on this game playing under the lights.
Should I quit being a commentator? Because you're getting your cliches a lot better than I am. That's a good one.
No, It won't be long till I'm back on the field with you guys.
I'm just out here complaining about a Div 2 score that's coming, and you're giving them prime commentator cliches.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here. So
I'm enjoying it. 2nd and 6 here for the Demons. Roll out.
roll out number 7.
Found Berry.
Oh, 7 on 7. Joe McGovern with a pass breakup. Again, after that pick he just had before.
He's hungry. He's hungry for another.
Yeah, he's asserting his dominance on defence. We've got.
Oh, and that's it.
That's it. We've got game, and we've got some dance moves by the SGS Pride as they take the victory back to Bristol with them.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the scoreline here in Exeter, 42-0 to the SGS Pride over the Exeter Demons. What are your takeaways from this game?
The Exeter side really surprised me with their run game. Their defence as well, they got a couple good stands. The SGS Pride struggled to get the run game going in the first half. But overall, I'm with you. They definitely surprised me. I'm excited to see what they bring to this season. I'm excited what's ahead for SGS Pride this season. But yeah, it's been great to be out here today. Great game of football. Great to see what British football can offer.
So in my eyes, I completely agree. Exeter come out, they've surprised me a little bit. I do think their offense, I mean, is one to look out for. I feel like they could have converted a few times today, but they just could not get it done in the red zone. SGS Pride going back to the ways of old and score lines of old. And I think it's going to be prime momentum for the SGS Pride going forward, especially as they're going to be taking on the last team for them to face is the Birmingham Lions, and you can't say that the Birmingham Lions do not have momentum after their win against the Cardiff Cobras yesterday. I'm going to try and find some scores for you as we tend to do, but do not hold your breath because my connection has been exceptionally poor.
As you can see, great show of sportsmanship right now as the players handshake, say hello to each other, say good game. It's a great win for SGS Pride and hopefully a confidence boost. I know that from training with them this week and it's been floating in the air. We've been nervous about this game, so it's good to complete it. It's another one checked off. But Exeter, congratulations to you guys. You guys really surprised us today. Great run game. Yeah, you guys have got a really good run game.
I mean, number 45 for Exeter, Carl West. That's a good player right there.
Definitely. It'll be interesting to see the numbers to see.
So I can say that the Southampton Stags are currently leading the Bristol Barracuda 7-2, 27. I'm going to go for some of the scores, and then we are going to let you go to watch that game. Don't stop watching American football. But so Sheffield Sabres beat the York St John Jaguars with a donut burger 15-0. KCL, I'm fairly certain KCL have come out and surprised in their debut fixture for this year. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. OBU are dominating. Oxford Brooks 21-0 as it stands. It's fourth quarter and the Brunel Burners take the lead 22-14.
Previous SGS player coaching that Oxford Brooks squad as well, Calvin Stitt. Very memorable name around SGS Sports.
I cannot believe this, and I'm happy because I picked KCL. They shut out the UCL Emperors 27-0. I believe it's the Staffordshire Stallions take home a victory against the Kiel Crusaders 18-7, but I'm unsure about that. The Coventry University Jets are making a comeback. I can feel it in my bloodstream. They do fall to Leicester, but they only fall by 3. Put your money on the Cov Jets. The Oxford Brooks is shutting out Holloway. This is unbelievable. The Lancers beat the Reading Knights 47-2. The Lincoln Colonials beat the Cambridge Pythons 14-6. Napier absolutely thrashed the Stirling Clansmen 34-12. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all that we have got for you. Tune into the rundown tomorrow between 7 and 8. The score here, 10th of November at Exeter. The Exeter Demons, 0. the SGS Pride 42. I have been Tebs. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
And it has been a pleasure. We will see you on Monday or next week as we go to Brunel for the Burners versus the Lancers. Why did my voice break? What the hell?